core of winter. It is a shot from the Arctic that has enveloped a good chunk of the country. It's not going to last long, though, so there is your piece of good news. Now, as we're looking out with your WeatherBug camera, that from St. Joseph Health, we are located at Keeneland with this. We are back up and running. Actually, what happened? Rodents got in and chewed a wire, and so that's how we lost the camera. But anyway, we are now back up. Now, what can mess up a cold forecast in terms of getting it to verify? Not necessarily we don't get cold. You see these high, thin clouds. That's what may be coming in a little bit later on tonight, and they eventually act as a blanket. So that's what we're watching for later on. Right now, MaxTrack Live Doppler doesn't have anything going on. Tonight, we're at the core of this Arctic air mass. Tomorrow, the climb begins. The 8-day, we're going from the tundra to tulips. Now, I don't think the tulips will be blooming yet, but it's going to feel pretty good for you the first part of the week, even the end of the weekend. Overnight lows tonight, though, that's the core of the cold. We think north of I-64, 0 and below, and then single digits as we look to the south where the clouds will be. Freeze line went all the way to the Gulf, so everybody got to enjoy a little bit of that. The zero line was just north of the Ohio River. The bright blue you see there, that's the 20 below line. Some specific overnight lows. You're seeing, well, the Cal, Illinois, west of Chicago got to 25 below. 20 below in Peoria. Mason City, Iowa was 28 below. Of the biggest reporting stations we could find, Park Rapids, Minnesota was 41 below zero. But there is a report that came out of Bottineau, North Dakota of 44 below. Wow. All right, at the moment, everything below zero from Indianapolis north. Chicago still 14 below. You see all this stuff in the upper Midwest. 8 right now in Lexington. For comparison's sake, this was fun to do yesterday. Greenland is 10 degrees and above. Reykjavik, Iceland is 16 above. Helsinki, Finland is 30. Moscow is in the upper 20s. Alaska, you're looking at Anchorage at 36. We are colder than Fairbanks and even colder than some places in Antarctica. So there you go. Right now, you are looking at temperatures single digits north of 64, teens to around 20 as we go to the south. 8 at the Bluegrass Airport with a wind chill of 4 below. 0.02 of an inch of stuff fell. And we had stuff that fell. We had snow this morning. Now, in a regular batch of cold, it's 1 inch of rain equals 7 to 10 inches of snow. But when you're in Arctic air, you get the powdery stuff. And believe me, that was talc out there today. 15 to 30 is the normal. Today, we actually ended up at a 50-to-1 ratio. That's how dry this air is. And you see the snow field, see it right there? That is showing up vividly. Here are those high, thin clouds we're talking about. That's what may mess up the cold temperature forecast. I mean, we're starting really cold to begin with. You also saw a few snow showers or flurries possible southern Kentucky later on tonight. There's your big batch of Arctic high pressure now moving to the east. Tomorrow night into Friday, some snow is a possibility, but warmth will follow. Clear to partly cloudy, bitterly cold, a few flurries in the south. Forecasting 1 below. Tomorrow it's a very cold start, a partly to mostly cloudy day. We're going to be about 15 degrees warmer than today, but still 20 below normal. We get to the mid-30s eventually on Friday. Snow will likely end as a little bit of rain. Groundhog Day will push 50, in the 50s on Sunday. Look at 60s potentially on Monday.
It's just a little crazy. Just tomorrow, we're going to triple our temperature.
That's crazy.
Wow.
If we did that every day.
We would be like 7,000 degrees by the end of February.
Let's don't do that.
All right.
Thanks,
Hey.